Selecting an evidence-based program. Identifying and understanding program registries. Many lists are available to help communities and providers understand the level of evidence available for many different types of programs. These program registries vary in the type of information they provide and in how they rank and label programs. In this video, I will introduce 5 commonly used web-based registries and provide tips for navigating these rich sources of information. Here we have the continuum of confidence, where each end indicates a high level of confidence, either in a program's effectiveness or lack of effectiveness, including potentially causing harm. This continuum was designed to help communities and policymakers think about evidence without getting too caught up in definitions, labels, or black and white scenarios. So it can help you frame your thinking about how much confidence you can have in the available evidence for a program you may be interested in. I've included here a list of the many pieces of information that are used to help determine where a program may lie on this continuum. These include things like quality of evaluation, the actual findings, and whether findings have been replicated in other studies. They're included here for your reference, but we won't really be diving into these details in this video. Looking more closely at the harmful end of the continuum, we have a few different categories. Programs with evidence in these categories should not be used. These include programs that have had high-quality research demonstrate actual harm to kids. For example, Scared Straight and other juvenile awareness programs were found to actually increase recidivism in multiple high-quality research trials. So, some programs are run well and evaluated well, but fail to show intended effects. Those programs can be placed in the ineffective section, and you should not use them, particularly if other effective programs are available. Other programs have not had their own rigorous evaluation trial conducted yet, but have program characteristics that are similar to programs identified as ineffective or harmful. Programs such as these can be placed in the discouraged approaches section. These programs should also be avoided given the likelihood that they will not be an effective use of resources and may cause harm. Looking closely at the other end of the continuum, programs that have multiple experimental trials, like randomized control trials and quasi-experimental design trials, with clear demonstration of positive outcomes can be placed at the effective end of the continuum in the evidence-based section. Programs that may have less research available on them but have clear connections to sound developmental and prevention science theory can be placed in the research-based section. There may be preliminary evaluations of high quality but limited scope that give confidence that the program will eventually be proven effective. Other programs may not have evaluations yet, but are similar in content and structure to other programs that have been proven to be evidence-based. These programs can be placed in the promising approaches section. Keeping this continuum in mind can help you successfully navigate the many evidence-based program registries out there, which we turn to next. There are many websites available to help you identify programs that meet your needs and to summarize and rate the available evidence of a program. Often these program registries focus on a particular system area, like juvenile justice, child welfare, or education, and others focus on specific outcomes, like teen pregnancy or homeless and runaway youth. Generally, each program registry is somewhat unique in its rating system, although most of them now require a rigorous level of research on a program in order to be included. I'm going to review a few of the most commonly used registries and highlight unique pieces of information that they provide. Here's a short table that shows 4 program registries, the targets of the programs they assess, the ranking system each one uses, along with pros and limitations of each registry. Scanning this table, you can see that each registry has its own program targets, but they likely overlap with other registries shown here, and that they use different ranking labels. Blueprints has an excellent search feature that enables searching by risk and protective factors, developmental domain, delivery setting, and outcomes of interest. So if you have a handful of criteria for the program you seek, this search feature can be tremendously helpful. NREP provides numerical ratings on a scale of 0 to 4 for multiple aspects of the research quality, including ratings of the survey measures used and appropriateness of analyses. NREP also provides a summary of research strengths and weaknesses, and I find it really helpful to read the research weaknesses to understand limitations of the findings. The OJJDP Model Programs Guide also provides a great search feature across a broad array of juvenile justice-related topics, including programs and practices, and risk and protective factors across developmental domains. I like that it includes ratings on information on ineffective or harmful programs in addition to effective ones. This can help if you already have a program name in mind and want to know if the program has been shown effective or ineffective. The California Clearinghouse, in addition to rating programs and practices based on available evidence, provides ratings on screening and assessment instruments commonly used in child welfare practice. There are also a couple of limitations worth mentioning. Blueprints doesn't include a list of programs that they have assessed and identified as not being eligible to be a Blueprint program. This may not be a limitation if you're not trying to find evidence on a program, but are looking for a program that has been proven effective. However, if you already have a program name in mind and are seeking more information, the Blueprint site will not tell you whether they have assessed the program and found it to be ineligible for inclusion. NREP's current list includes legacy programs, which may or may not meet NREP's recently adopted standards of evidence, which are higher than they were in the past. Some legacy programs currently listed on the NREP site will not be eligible to continue to be on the site with their current levels of evidence. So users should pay special attention to whether they are viewing newly reviewed NREP programs or legacy programs because the standards of evidence are significantly different. So with all of those nuances in mind, I would like to also introduce you to a database of databases, the Results First Clearinghouse database. This database pulls in information from 8 program registries and provides a common metric for assessing program evidence across all of them using color coding. Here I have provided the link to the database. It's probably just as easy to type Results First Clearinghouse into the internet search engine of your choice. To show you the kind of information this clearinghouse can give you, I have a screenshot here where I have searched the clearinghouse for substance abuse programs for children and included that I want to see only the highest rated programs. Across the top are the 8 different program registry names or acronyms, and down the left-hand side are programs that met my search criteria. As you can see, life skills training shows up on the list and has been assessed by 5 different registries, and for each of them has received their highest rating of evidence, as shown by the green dots for life skills. Hovering the mouse over each dot will provide a small pop-up window with access to more information on that registry's assessment of the program. Clicking on Learn More will take you to that registry's information for this program. I hope you can see that the clearinghouse can be a great way to find programs and get a quick glimpse at how many registries have included a program and their ranking of evidence for it. To recap, evidence-based program registries are rich sources of information for people looking to identify an evidence-based program to implement. Users do need to pay attention to how each registry defines evidence-based programs and the criteria used to rate or rank programs in order to use this information wisely.